Yo, what's up, YouTube? We're out here in the YouTube streets, getting it in with my buddies. Here we go with another walk and talk. This is for the ladies and the fellas. Side. Come on. So, I don't want my channel to be for the simpletons. For people who are just basically indulging in carnal activity. But for people who are looking for answers, looking for like-minded men and women. You know, there's stages in which we should do things and make moves. And another thing is, the reason why I'm speaking low, because it is 4 o'clock in the morning out here. And I don't want to be walking down the street talking out loud, disturbing my neighbors or their animals, getting them to start barking. But basically, there's levels in which you should do things. And we've been doing things so wrong when it comes to relationships. We will skip all the way to the finish line. The finish line is making love, exchanging bodily fluids, doing all that good stuff. And you hear these guys, don't get me wrong, those times when I was in the world, and I subscribe to that. But I thank God that He delivered me from that mentality. And I always wanted better and more for myself. I just wasn't engulfed. I fell for it. Sometimes you fall for things when you're just surrounded by people who are just moving like that. You give into it, especially depending on your level of defense. But, you know, we do everything always backwards. We meet the person, have sex with them, enjoy the sex with them, don't enjoy the sex with them, possibly get STDs. And then, let's say you enjoy the sex with them. That's when you decide, oh, I'm going to be in a relationship with you. So now you're in a relationship. 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. And in those times, now you're realizing, damn, I've been having sex with somebody I don't even know. I don't even like this person. This person is weird. Their family is weird. They don't even believe what I believe. I don't believe what you believe. But we do got a baby on the way. So we're going to try this out another 3 months. Baby's here. I don't raise my baby like you raise your baby. Matter of fact, I think I could do this by myself. And what's surprising to me, I don't see how, if I was a woman, I'd be like, nah, I'm not going out like that. But you see how so many women are willing to put themselves in such vulnerable states. And the reason is because a lot of their parents didn't give them guidance on how to protect themselves spiritually. Teach them the importance of self-discipline. Teach themselves to wait for a man. They didn't get those lessons. They didn't get those lessons. So they fast forward to the pleasure part. They fast forward to the desires. And then once they get those desires, and they're only fleeting, and I really feel sorry for the people, the women who end up getting pregnant and didn't even enjoy the sex. Got pregnant one time, first time. Oh, that's horrible. That is so horrible. And then you end up having a baby by somebody you don't know. Somebody who's got multiple babies. And then here you on it. Everybody feels sorry for you. Women have to wise up. Men have to wise up. But we have to realize this thing is spiritual. There's spirits that's got women moving like that. And we're only looking on the surface. You had to ask yourself, why are all these women divorcing their husbands for what did it say? Unreconcilable reasons. And there don't even be no reason. He left his toothbrush on the counter type stuff. Like, that's a spirit. That's a spirit that has jumped onto that woman and it's got her moving like that. You know, spirits can jump on you just by you breathing, and people don't know that. You can just take a deep breath, and now you're in a mood. Now you're in a certain kind of mood. Like, dang, where'd that come from? You know it. You know what I'm saying? But what happens is a lot of times people are not reading and studying how different dimensions, how different things work. So now you have cities. Cities are being controlled and ruled by entities. Cities are being controlled and ruled by different entities. And people don't understand that. And you got to understand something's happening with these natural laws that are changing. We're about to start seeing some of the most craziest stuff in society because they condition us through the movies. They condition us through all the action movies and the horror movies where that we almost know, so almost seems normal to us. Start checking out the spirit behind why people do what they do. You know, say for an example, a guy yesterday, I think he honked his horn at me. We were both turning and we both were in two lanes, two side-by-side turning lanes. And when I turned, I stayed in my lane. But I guess I wasn't in my lane good enough where he hit the horn. But when we were at the light, he had his car speaker on where he was talking to a woman in his car. And, you know, they were talking about something serious. And it was about relationship, how she was like, it ain't gonna be the same and da-da-da-da. So now that he's at the light and he's got all this energy from this conversation, he's not pleased by something that I did. He's like, dit. And I look like, you know, what's going on? And, you know, I see him looking, but he's bothered. You know, so there's something that happened before he got to me that already got him going. And you find that in relationships. You find that in a lot of relationships. Like, look at the laws that are changing in Chicago. They thought about that. These people are so-called intelligent. They got these no-fault laws and all these different rules that are going to be changing. They know a lot of people are not stable. Why would you create certain laws like that? that would trigger people to have that type of mentality and energy. It's because there's a war going on in the spiritual realm. And people are not aware of it. They're just reacting in the natural realm. They're just reacting to what happens in the natural. But you gotta analyze the spirit realm first. Like you might see a woman might be jealous of her friend. She's like, ooh, why she say that to me? Or why she do that? It's because she's reacting. She's showing you how she feels based upon the spiritual realm. Now you get to see it in the natural realm. That's a manifestation of how she actually feels. And all these relationships are being dissolved because the man and the woman are not taking their spiritual walk serious, and they're left vulnerable without any weapons or tools to fight while they're feeling and thinking a certain way that's contrary to their desires. People are getting rid of their relationships 14 years, 20 years, 30 years. It's the second time I heard somebody this week who've been married for 14 years and the relationship is over. Like, what? With kids? How do you quit your relationship after 14 years with kids without fighting, just like it's another day at the office? It's because they've been fighting the spirit, and that spirit been whooping that butt. And that's how spirits work. Spirits will try to destroy your marriage. Once they destroy it, then they'll leave. Boom. And then soon as you know the divorce is closed, soon as the situation is over with, that spirit will hop off you and go to somebody else. And then now you have your senses. Now you like, what the hell I just do? Because that spirit left you because it used you. It destroyed your situation. And now you like, what happened? And I know I did him, or I know I did her so wrong. That person don't want to hear from me. Now you stuck. And that spirit said, got him. And that spirit moved on to go to the next person. Demons be using people. They'll use you up, have you in your deathbed. Now you're thinking about a diet after you done died from obesity. Now you eating yogurt and Jell-O on the deathbed. Like, damn, I need to eat right. I need to eat right. And that demon finally just left you. The glutton, greed. All them demons left the hospital as soon as you walked in. Hopped on the next person. And now you stuck. Like, damn, crying and stuff and all that type of stuff. You have to judge yourself. Ask yourself, am I thinking? Stop. Am I thinking congruent? Are my actions, is my spirit lined up with what I want in my life? Go. You have to do that regularly. In the scripture that said, you'll clean your house out and the demons will leave, but they'll return. They'll return 7 times harder. So you have to constantly clean your house. It's a similitude of your physical house. You have to constantly clean your physical house. And you have to constantly clean the spirit house. Your spirit. Your mind. And if you let things get too far behind, then it gets worse. Then no one's able to dwell with you. Matter of fact, you might not want anybody to dwell with you because you know your house is dirty. I can't have no company right now. My house is dirty. That's what happens when you have a lot of spirits in you and they're destroying you. It's time to clean up house. It's time to clean up house, you guys. Peace.